What? Let's go, main story. I guess I should mention the team cup I'm running right now is Eula, me, Zhongli, and Fischl. I tried to get Ganyu ready, but I just can't get her over 80 right now. This is a problem. I don't have enough of this or this. I also have not had enough talents. And I'd really like for this to be cryo damage and not physical damage. Either of these honestly could be cryo damage. This one I'd love to just be have better substats, but you know. So she's not strong enough.
Where do you want to go next?
I've completed. Okay, I'll do that. We've done a lot of stuff. We've not completed the side event, or the world quest is what it's called, of the Aranaras.
Add Astra. Add Astra. Thank you for.
Did a couple things. Grinded a ton to try to get gun use. Thing. Let's go.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy!
I don't know, it feels pretty empty.
Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfa told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Asking this specific merchant. Alright. Alright, Elham.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you two?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the
Hey,
Academia
Kinos.
ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little.
That's pretty
Many
funny.
people often talk
And
about
a
how
streamer.
hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time
Hey.
researchers at the
Yeah,
academia
Paimon
have
had a
it
good
even
idea for once.
harder.
What?
Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free
why I have my name.
environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia.
They look pretty serious.
They've been
Honestly, they
looking
look
worried
like
and miserable
clowns.
ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
No,
They're
Bandai
called
usually-
Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty
How are
wary
you
of
guys doing
outsiders,
today?
but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Information is never worthless.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
I mean, I guess.
So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 Mora! Have you lost your mind?
Yeah, we've got like 3 million. Don't worry about it.
All right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
Is that my phone lagging or is that the stream itself? I need to know.
Out of all my commissions, I enjoy making cookies for newlyweds the most.
Oh, it's not streaming that good. Why? Shit, bro. Should have bought the Tao PNG resold on the crypto market. That's pretty funny. Come on, Paimon, you don't know about the blockchain? Come on, you gotta know about these kind of things. Gotta buy a non-fungible token of Ganyu's butt. It's the only way to survive in today's market. Oh, hi, Sade. Grandma, what's up?
Missions, I enjoy making jewelry for newlyweds the most.
Yeah, no, what is going on? Hmm. No, you guys are both wrong. You hear me? It's non-forgettable tauntauns. Like the one that saved Luke Skywalker's life. You gotta get it right.
Commissions, I enjoy making jewelry for newlyweds the most.
More speed.
Okay, where am I going? Going over there. Fine. Oh, this is a... Aha. Yeah, but why is my stream, like, lagging so much? I'm dropping so many frames. I don't know why.
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
Okay, I'll try to not alt-tab then. Place is so busy. Those ships look so cool. They're like Greek corsairs. It's so interesting. I don't like that they have like a European corsair there though. Like the Greek ships look good, but then why do they also have European? Pick one or the other style. Come on. Get with the program. No, okay, so you'd think that they look Nord because of these patterns on the side, but the patterns on the side are actually very cool. Oh, these are Japanese sails! Like... So, the triangle kite is actually a staple of Greek sailing. You know what? That's a fair point. I do like the RGB, and it would have a more modern feel to it. So, it's the chest here. Well, I'm going on about ships. So, Greek ships have the more square, or not Greek, European ships have the more square sails and are mostly made for long-distance traveling. But Greek ships have the more triangle shape, which is usually used for more speed and cutting the distance. So the quote-unquote curvy bits were both made in Greek and in the Norse regions separately. Both came to the same design conclusion, but with different patterns. So a Norse sail is a lot more ragged and a little different, but they both came up with the same way of going through the water really fast. So even though they do look similar, they both came from completely opposite ends. Actually, let's go over to the ship and we can... I don't have a... Whatever. Can I... Okay, so you see how it's a little bit more square here at the points? Shoot. Do you see, like, right here how it's square? That indicates more of a Greek design. Norse ships actually had a little bit more of a triangle wedge in the front, which did make their ships a little faster. Exactly. Basically, the Norse believed that it was almost a religion to carve the wood out. So it's a lot more rough. Like, this is all sleek design, so very much more Greek-inspired. The Greek... I want to say Spartan, but, like, the pillars here make me want to say more Greek than Spartan. But, yes, Norse absolutely, like, it was part of their religion to carve boats. Now, another thing that makes it seem kind of like more Norse is because it's got these tree patterns on it, but I'm assuming that's just because we're in Sumeru, the land of the forest. So it's really easy for ships to be confused that way, because like Norse do like incorporating nature into their works. And so usually their boats' designs will be based off of more like animals or creatures, like a dragon or a serpent or something, and then maybe some woodwork on it. But this makes me think that it's clear that Sumeru is more based around I keep saying it, but like a more of a Greek area with the design of their ships. Now this looks like a Norse ship. This one looks Norse right here. This one looks a little bit more Norse here. Why do we have 4 different types of ships in the same harbor? we have the Chinese/Japanese style right there. We've got our Greek corsairs there. We have like a small Norse dinghy, and then we've got European longships. What a crazy port. All sorts of ships. The only reason I'm confused is because they all have the same kind of Sumeru sigil. Like, we got this on them. So it's like they're trying to indicate that they're from the same place. But they're very much not. What's this?
So why am I
Can
constantly
I go inside? No, I cannot.
Anyone that makes lots of money, huh? They must have some tricks up their sleeves.
Sorry, I really love boats. I love a lot of things, as per the streams with Flint, where we have random things to talk about and gush about random topics. But knowledge is fun. I feel like I'd get along well with the academia. Oh. See, so this, again, a Norse type of ship, that is more of the Norse type of sail, where they'll have a wide berth at the top, but then it'll all come to a head at the bottom. Like, this is such good design for, like, a Norse ship. Absolutely. Really good. This game is so good. I was about to say show. This game is so good at having... Give me these rocks. Good design. So like the music and the game environment is making you trying to make this feel more like Iran or Pakistan, which it really does feel like that. But then the ships make you question it because Pakistan doesn't have any ports. So I'd have to check a map, but I don't think we'd see Norse and Greek and European ships in Pakistan. Okay, maybe European, because Europeans did kind of take over Pakistan and they were under French rule for a while.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yo, what?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Ruka Devata is a traitor? Is that something that he did in Conria, or is this previous? Hey guys, what you mean by that?
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
I'm a student.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
Looking for info about a certain...
well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
What do you guys think, chat? Should I hand him 50 more, or should I hand him 500,000 more? I'll make a... poll. Okay, I don't know how to do it. But what do you guys think? 50 Mora or 500,000? Flex, alright.
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
I just have one more question.
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info.
See, if I had done
As
50,
you can
he might
see,
not have
members
said
of
anything
Ain al
else.
Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The
Interesting.
Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
That's fair, but
Not
what if I
just
wanted to
yet.
join?
This man is a fraud.
Huh?
Who?
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you.
Who is this guy?
Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you, don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat.
Who is this
On
guy?
the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere following through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then,
This is just
some
Luke
things will
2.0.
have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
He's Dendro.
Mr. Iman, there appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Amorites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions. He went that way! After him! Wait up! It's Al-Hatham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the... Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them, since they weren't able to make off with your more... All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something... Since you tore through their scam, right?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you a student? Right. Look, You should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong.
He doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting, even if you don't go alone.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier.
So, since you were happy to give us this...
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for some... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What
Seems
else?
like some
You
kind of
know
knowledge.
almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Ah.
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge...
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for
That's
knowledge.
amazing.
Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's your true... With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Perhaps we can negotiate further.
You're still resolved.
Alright, this frame lag is really bugging me. I'm going to be right back.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
I don't know. Alright, we will see if that is better or not. We will see if that is better. I hope it is. If I notice that there's still some serious stream lag, I'm gonna switch what I'm recording on, or streaming on, and I will see if that helps.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
Roger that. What do you want?
I need you to find someone named Dory. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the academia because most of her wares don't comply with academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Sure. Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges. You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her...
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
It's no problem
The
at
true
all.
challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste.
That's fair.
I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Yeah.
Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue.
Yeah, okay.
Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
Well, the one on the left seems more bright, just from straight up.
They look...
Try inspecting
This
them
one
with
looks
elemental sight.
I was right! I didn't even need elemental sight! Get the fuck out.
Did you see anything?
Rumor
I didn't
has
even
it
need
that
elemental sight to
higher
see
quality
that.
knowledge capsules generally
outta
appear
here.
brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy.
That's fair.
However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it.
Of course, Paimon would do that little.
And be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Who the fuck are Matra?
Matra?
Thank you, Paimon, for being on the same page as me for once.
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time. Okay,
Dude,
then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Wikala Funduk.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Did you say his name is
What are you
Latish?
two looking to buy?
Okay, raw. Ha, nice. Okay, we want to buy some raw hara fruits or buy some unripe hara fruits? That's a good question. Shoot, this is the password, isn't it? I should have looked at the sheet. I think I fixed my lag, my FPS issue. Hopefully we don't see that. Basically we went to meet some guys, we flexed 500k Mora on them, just to find out that they were bad, and this guy came up and was like, yeah, I'm pretty cool. Don't worry about it. Here's your money back. And then it's like, oh, you missed a little bit, but at the same time, it was just like nothing. It was just, yeah, here, go to this person. Here's some money. Spend some money.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Following the paper? I didn't read the paper.
You want to buy unripe horror fruits? Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion.
Hold on. Before we continue, I should probably read that paper. Okay. Unripe horror fruit. Wearing a morning flower. Okay. Wear a morning flower. Looking to buy canned knowledge. Wear a Sumeru rose. Looking to buy products legally available on the market. Mouse. Customer. Rich Bull-eyed tiger. Mantra. Taken by mice. Sold to customers. Taken by that. Confiscated by a mantra. Pack in Sumeru City style to purchase a small amount. Pack in Port Ormos City or Port Ormos style purchase in bulk. Complimenting a customer of skill corresponds to horror fruit that causes dizziness and ringing in the ears. Complimenting a customer of erudition responds to horror fruit that causes heat stroke. Okay, but what does erudition mean? I'm not smart. Erudition. The quality of having or showing great knowledge of learning. Scholarship. Oh. Why couldn't you just say that? Why couldn't you just say, customer that is smart? Damn it, now I look like an idiot. In front of everybody. Caught in 4K. Okay. Good to know. I will try to remember that. Okay, and he gave me some money.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru Rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
God, they're breaking the video game sin of having an NPC walk slower than your walking speed, or faster than your walking speed, but slower than your fast walking speed.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things.
Of course.
Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our horror fruits were taken by mice.
Congratulations to you.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
For something that causes heat stroke.
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition. He's cautious of us. Let's take a...
I thought that was correct.
Before I retrieve your... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today.
Okay, I just
Earlier,
need to go right
many
into
of
it.
our
That's fine.
horror fruits were taken by... You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating horror fruit that makes your...
Would you like your horror fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow,
Big
you
spender,
two
big
sure are
spender.
generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
So far, the Matra seem to be a kind of invisible enemy.
More speed.
I don't see anyone chasing us.
Hey! If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way! Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right!
It did feel
Here,
like a
over
drug deal.
here.
Oh,
You can
right.
stop
So,
running now.
oh, hey, it looks like another Diona.
So you were the one who was calling out to
Oh,
us just now.
so,
But, are we definitely gonna be safe
the
here?
person we're going to meet, trades information crystals. It's kind of like a USB stick from way back in the day, if you remember those. They download information from the internet, essentially. You see the little earpieces they have? That is like a computer that they have that helps them with information. And the person we're going to meet barters in information. But the academia, which is like the heart of Sumeru, deems trading knowledge illegal. So, yeah, basically it's a drug deal.
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier. Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far.
And she has an electro
Not
sigil.
only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
Maybe?
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it. I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business, we don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree? So that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please knock yourself out.
Just
as long
saying
as you
it.
have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, take this one for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 350,000 Mora.
Wait, so that was studied by Ella Musk, which in the Chasm event we learned that Hilichurls are from Conria. So that's basically just studying the language of Conria. That would actually be a cool buy. I would buy that.
Who would want to be an expert in
Fuck you, Paimon. I literally just said I want to do that.
about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period?
I'd love that. That would be so cool.
With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
Or I just have a lot of cool knowledge that I just flex on everyone with.
Now this sounds like it could be used 2 million Mora at... Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule. All right, let's try the method that Alhaitham mentioned.
Hmm.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality.
I know kung fu. Yes, exactly.
We'll take these, please. My, oh my. You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000
Hey,
even.
Shaman. So what's really funny is, I know kung fu is a reference to the Matrix, where they download information into his brain, and it's like, I know kung fu. Whoa. That's good. I was thinking something along those lines, Shaman, so that's why I was really happy and excited about that, because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more and more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million Mora. Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth what? Think about it. We've gone to all... Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here.
Paimon,
Don't you want to try it
shut
yourself?
up. Oh, so the little earpiece thing is basically like the internet. In Sumeru, they have this system in place where you are able to search for knowledge. Like, you can literally use it to search for any kind of knowledge, but there are some knowledges that are missing, and so we're on a quest to find the missing knowledge. True, this is why drugs are bad, Chroma. I think you're the one who's curious, Paimon.
Come on. We still have around 100,000.
Paimon,
I hate them
you need to
still.
stop talking
So
out
let's
loud in
hurry
front of
to make
her.
use by finding something useful for excellent. And then please... hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
That's a good point. But first, this game teaches gambling, now drugs.
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million Mora each. Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use
Yeah, it
elemental
does seem
sight again to
sus.
check these.
Sus games, nah. Yo, all of these are duds. Get out of here.
What did you see?
They're equally bright. They're all equally dull. Come on.
So they're all worth about the same amount?
They're all worth nothing.
Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful.
Wait, why are you looking at me? I'm not doing anything wrong. It's the
Take a
game.
look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword fighting techniques 8.
Oh, yeah. So since I'm streaming Genshin Impact and I have Genshin Impact tagged and everything, you can gain rewards by watching the stream. I forgot about that, but yeah. If you play Genshin Impact and watch the stream, you get free stuff.
Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one. All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days.
Yeah, we're actually learning some kung fu.
Soon, whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need. Bring your Mora to Dory and doors will open.
Perfect color.
Adherence with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Okay, so what I am assuming... Oh, so this is just one of these things. Oh, so okay, so because I got this, I didn't get to keep the money. Dory needs correction. Yeah, you're not wrong. I forgot to turn that in. That's what I forgot to do. That's fine. Let's go. Alright, go to this place I've never heard of before. Is this an elevator? Let's go. It's true, but I mean, it's just about learning, like, right? Like, the more that a show, or the more, gosh darn it, the more where you get to explore a game and they add content, the content needs to keep getting better. And so far, Genshin's done good at keeping up everything and being good, at keep one-upping itself.
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakala Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
There's only grind if you want there to be grind.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
We want to meet with the Dendrocon.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or how to find your sister?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next.
Your goal is to find it too, I see.
I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds.
No worries, gentlemen.
So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
It's exactly what I want.
Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Haytham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit
So I feel like this wouldn't have happened if I didn't buy one. If I had been adamant to Paimon, which is kind of a cool little extra. Oh, he's doesn't go way out. Osmanthus one is the same as I remember. This music is really lit.
All right, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Yeah, what a great buy!
Yeah, so, Sumeru is actually supposed to be based off of Pakistan. So, the making you think of India or China is correct.
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles, one before using this knowledge capsule and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry, I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Wow! Haytham! You must have been one of those guys at the Academia who got top grades on everything. curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the mantra?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity.
True.
This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
Am I gonna fight as me? Alright, let's go.
Propagate! Germinate! Scatter!
Okay.
Eye for an eye.
But true.
All right. I'll link your Akasha to... The next step is to use this knowledge. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish...
If I saw countless sword-wielding figures fighting one from within, and the next they disappeared into the recesses of my memory.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Crush!
Felt the same.
Now, I'll start recording data.
Oh, hey,
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second...
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally skipped...
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were... At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This...
Whoa, hi there.
Stabilize!
Flood of frost! Shudder! By royal decree...
Barely changed anything at all.
I can put these to good use.
What are you saying wow to, Jamin? Were you saying wow to not really getting a power increase, or were you saying Wow, to damage numbers.
Yeah, you nearly got him! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon? Steady now, it's the final stretch! Whoa, nice catch! So close, so close! Stay cool! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon? You've got it! You got it! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon? Steady now, it's the final stretch! Whoa, nice catch!
There's a lot of fish in this pond, holy smokes.
You've got it! You got it! Yay! Time to celebrate!
Oh, nice, we got a bubble.
Victory is almost ours! Whoa! Nice catch! Steady now, it's the final stretch! Whew, that was a tough fight! Victory is almost ours! Whew, that was a tough fight! Steady now, it's the final stretch! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon? Yeah, you nearly got him!
Yeah, this music is quite lovely.
Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already!
Okay, but how is the frames? Are the frames a lot better now than they were before? I know I got a bunch of achievements there. Meet Dory, purchase the can knowledge. Use the can knowledge to increase your combat strength. Oh, that was it? Okay. Wait.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Going up.
More speed.
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I... you name it. Can knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way. Can you really get us anything we want?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind. Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker...
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious. How you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it?
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As
Yeah,
for
you're
the
just a
information's
Diona,
authenticity,
but for
well,
economics instead
you've
of
no need
drinks.
to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it.
Name your price.
It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain
How?
Muslim,
They're not...
the leader of Ain el-Ahmar.
Of course it is.
El-Ahmar?
The secret...
You mean the Aramites who worship the Scarlet King?
Of freaking course they would. Of course they would. Of course the story would be like, oh yeah, they're poor, they might not get it. No, they freaking got it somehow. And also, why didn't I get to go to the auction? I have enough more that I could have outbid literally all of them. I think.
Ah, so you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of the Scarlet King. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future. More effort, Dory, opens doors.
Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. It turns out it ended up in the hands of Ain el-Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
Alright. Like, oh, bop. Off my head. Booyah!
Oh, hey, Thumb! We got the info you wanted!
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites' transaction. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain al-Ahmar. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el-Ahmar guys. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get...
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arrangement. See you then.
Okay, just go straight to it. We don't have to wait.
Oh, Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head...
Yep,
That's a lighthouse. Interesting.
Beg for mercy.
The pier in front of the lighthouse. Damn it. I went offline. What? What do you mean?
These cursed scholars have ruined all of my precious ancient books.
What do you mean I went offline? So 2, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 90, 1000, 20, 1000. There we go. We are back.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.
Precious ancient books.
I'm back. Don't know why it went offline.
Haytham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But to your credit, it appears that you're sticking to your word. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine. Your funeral.
I'm stronger than he could ever hope to be.
I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
What in the world? Is my internet cutting out?
Oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
That's close enough. Where do you think you're going?
Scatter!
I'll be back. I'll be back. Following orders. Feeling lucky.
Order guide you.
Propagate!
I'll take my lead.
That was easy.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can...
Boss? Boss! Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
What's going on? Ah!
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired. Arrest him.
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Alhaitham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away.
You scumbag.
World, forget me.
What in Teyvat just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him?
Which? Hey, Pace, yeah,
Oh,
did mention.
yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This divine knowledge capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me.
That's what we
could that
heard the
possibly
tree
mean?
said. That's what we heard Irminsul say.
Mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back, too. What a shame. We were so close.
No.
Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we can go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all.
That's sus.
Moreover, since the
That's
Academia
super
possesses the
sus.
Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm heading back to the Academia. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zeros Festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
Yeah, you have a point. Plus, I want to see that girl dance. That'd be
Then
good.
we'll part ways here, Alhaitham. Until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Real quick. Not this one. I won't go with this one.
Freeze to the core! Time to scout.
Forget how to get to the giant tree. Use it there.
Shudder!
Yeah, that's it. There's always one of these. Haven't seen a lot of the Fatui so far in Snezhnaya. Kind of interesting.
We didn't miss the Sumeru's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time. There she is! Dunyarzad, we're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
Didn't find out anything about
See.
Kusanali.
Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure.
I'll share it with you
If
sometime.
there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Hey, Dea.
You're eavesdropping.
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
She easily has my favorite design.
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner.
It was a teleport.
I've already
Took no
prepared a
time.
room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
The morn 1,000 roses bring.
What's so
Please,
great
please,
about
please, please. We're getting through all of the Archon quests today. Oh, whoa, whoa, hold on.
I can
Not
put these
passing
to
up
good
a free
use.
box.
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
It looks really nice.
Sorry for the trouble, didn't you, sir?
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
Absolutely.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories next time.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow?
Sure.
All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia's still insisting on her covert protection.
She's not gonna be a friend.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over.
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great night.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sumeru festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food? Oh no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go inside, traveler. Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
No, don't be in trouble, don't be in trouble, don't be in trouble.
Rise!
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. It's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night. I'm hoping my body won't be too much of an issue today. Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there. Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
True!
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukushifa mushrooms, lunar lotuses, Sumeru roses, sunsetias, kapulatas, hara fruits, and zaytun peaches.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlon as soon as possible!
That's the third mention of Natlon.
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
So I'm assuming that's next.
Alright,
No,
how
I'm
about we
assuming.
also check out some of these other stalls?
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So,
For sneak, I got some
It's quite
Reese
simple.
Krispie treats.
After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Because it's kind of random, if you ask me.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it? Want to give it a try?
Any two... Any 2 random objects.
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means...
He doesn't know!
Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
That sounds generically positive
He's not even trying
enough.
to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
So I wonder...
They say the
Do people
Sub-Zero's
pick
festival
anything
was
else?
very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zeros will be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
Dude, I hate that guy's mustache. Just put out a hand!
It's a weird guy with a weird hat!
Hey! It's Dunyarzad! Wow!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies.
Wait a second, these are the same three shits from, They were making fun of the guy's, Aramana statue.
In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sabzeruz festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Knight of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sabzeruz festival. All right, little soldiers. Take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed!
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sabzeruz festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Whichever one,
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random...
Ooh, those all sound...
And there's also Lizard Tail and Oni...
Huh? What's up with those two?
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. It's alright. Paimon...
I also believe in your intuition.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Excellent work! That is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right!
Attention! Here's your Sunsetia flavored candy.
Thanks a lot, Knight.
It's Knight of Flowers, not...
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Knight of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so...
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something. Can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutch.
Those Eremites don't look like they're...
Who are you? I don't believe the...
That's right. We haven't received any of their Mora, but...
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homiyanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
Dear the Flame Mane. No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family's...
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch.
Aren't your claws all dull?
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
Please be careful.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor with them, I'll go find you all.
You better come back to us. That was easy.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look...
Yeah, I'm fine. But...
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia.
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took...
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but...
Please, let me take a look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you...
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword.
About that. Well, I sold it.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and...
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but...
You're so...
Thank you very much.
Don't be like that. I get him...
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunya?
My lady, your condition... Travel...
Truly...
Another discus. Sorry I've not been saying anything, it's just like a lot of things going on. There's 80.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret.
Better.
I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Can't believe it's Elazar!
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, since I was a child, all I could do was sit. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh?
Isn't the dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zeros festival, and with that, my wish will also—
Then what are we waiting for? Let's—
Yeah! Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sub-Zerus is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zerus Festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zerus Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zerus Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I mean, this is a hard pill to swallow, but...
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous... Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to define it.
I want to punch this guy.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore.
No, I will rip. Just for that, I will rip
When we
the
return,
Academy
have the
to
scribe
ground.
draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
I will rip this Academia to the ground, you fucking
The Sub-Zerus Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad.
You know what?
Saw that
If
just
the Fatui
now?
would have burned the tree down, let them.
The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance.
Nilu, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zerus so much.
It's okay. Seeing you care, it would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zerus Fest.
If you say so. But...
The next one. Yes. Okay, it's a promise.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. Still, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zerus festival a success. Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project is entered its most critical phase.
What?
We're gonna be late! It's all because you... We should go meet Dunyarzad. Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
We're stuck in
Let's
a
start
time
with the
loop.
stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going!
This is Groundhog Day all over again. Oh no. What?
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
If it hadn't zoomed in on the Traveler...
Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed.
If it hadn't zoomed in on the Traveler there, I would have thought the game was bugged and is forcing me to restart the quest. Because I did something wrong. But it zoomed in on the Traveler, so I'm assuming this is intentional.
What is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just...
It's one of the Subzerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarchon.
Remnants appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some...
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a...
Oh, right. It means illusions and lies. But if you trust
There's
your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Understood. I'll keep...
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still... So, where to next?
New shipment of items. They're also ridiculously overdesigned.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies...
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers.
Oh, do you want some...
What's to pick?
It's not that simple. Each
Yes.
box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Okay. Gotta geek out for a moment. This is what I'm talking about music pushing story. Oh my Jesus. Listen. Do you hear how harsher the bass is? The lower notes are louder, more profound. This wasn't what it was the other day. But even so, this style of music sounds more intimidating when you think something's going wrong. Oh, this is so cool!
And there's also... Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from... Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible... Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously random. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just... A feeling of... Oh, Paimon knows what that is. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. So, why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you...
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I got...
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that Oh, Paimon understands. That thing? Isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful. Then, you mean... That's impossible. We were just talking, so would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many how about...
What's going on? Oh, that jazz sax is so sexy, though. It's almost kind of like a sexy Traverse Town. Places my mind goes.
Hey! Dinyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dinyarzad.
Oh, I ran into some
Kidnappers?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got...
Whew. That's a big relief.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days,
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dinyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been...
Oh, Paimon sees.
It's almost time.
Huh?
Nilu's dance of...
With your lack of intellectual credentials, When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha day that prohibits...
Understood. I will...
the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Nilu?
Oh, Dinyarzad.
It's okay.
But you've been really looking forward to this.
It truly is unfortunate, but...
True, but...
the next...
Wait.
No, nothing. I'll be heading back...
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! So, in the end, you still couldn't figure out what that deja vu feeling was all about? Maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more.
It's the squirrel. The squirrel did it.
continue to monitor for variances in the data and find the cause as soon as possible.
Wait, but that was the voice of the Grand Sage.
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much sleep? Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad right away. Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler? Hey.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sabzeruz festival. Oh, are you interested in Yalda Can? It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw.
They awesome!
And there's also lizard tail and...
Huh?
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Paimon's not really...
Wait.
What? He was...
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning, and they've been sealed ever since. You couldn't have known beforehand. Mind reading? X-ray vision?
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler?
What? Just now.
Hey, where are you going? What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kind of... What are you looking for? Traveler? That's...
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Bless the Lord Kusanali. Only because you revealed in promotional material?
Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon?
What's going on?
This seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon
Dude,
feels
I'm
like
actually shaking.
this is what we should do. What the? This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't... let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back? What about everyone else? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed that first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Dendro Archon.
Good, you passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you see... Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside the one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time... She looks like she isn't doing well at all. If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its... You sure love to use weird analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Contemplation can choose any text entry to interpret it. This interpretation process involves the analysis of the text entry and may yield new entries. Once interpreted, you may submit that text as a conclusion. Some text entries can be associated with one another. Once interpreted, select associate to choose the other text entry, then select trigger association. Gain new text entries by performing accurate associations. If one of the text entries on the current page can be used as a conclusion, then select the entry before choosing submit conclusion.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? The moon, illusions, and lies. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
A time loop. You've given similar... Still the wrong answer? Paimon... A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still... Junior... The Sub-Zeru's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Let's think about our current situation. And to do that, we need to fix... Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but...
Hey, it's you guys again. I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the fort. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back.
To put it another way, if you...
What kind of philosophical knot? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
No one dreams in Sumeru. Are we stuck in a dream?
Actually has a point. Is this a dream?
Remember what he said just now.
Everyone
No one
dream. True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
It's the Akasha. It's the Akasha, isn't it?
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the gods divinate...
You're really excited about this, huh?
Help you better...
So, you're admitting that you...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought what you just said... Are you
I knew you weren't going to...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the...
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah.
I'm Fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
Just cuts her off.
Huh? You saw? Then what?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnapped.
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon. People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. My mind feels exhausted. The moon, illusion. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound...
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known.
Alright, so this...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type.
She's quieter than usual.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll get...
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring it.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunya.
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down.
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sumeru's festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sumeru's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha!
She doesn't have one.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A Gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the Gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
What's happening right now seems to... My mind... Okay. People in Okay. Nahida said the Akasha relies on... That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something like...
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically... This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we...
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha...
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand...
If we're lab rats, then what are you? The moon? Wasn't that the result?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. so you should focus on other things.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt? What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about—
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already—
You're saying that, although you don't remember—
That's right. But
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to—
How did you know what—
Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from— Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other— Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on all that
Hey! What kind—
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire
Holy
world
shit.
is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, no more! Paimon's brain is already shut down.
Wait, but that makes sense. Because then that means that the cataclysm at Conria might be the attempt to disrupt the replay cycle.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest.
Also, I like that she
use
has the
the bathroom
Digimon
and
symbol
flush
for
your
hope that
anxiety to
Patamon
QA.
uses on her chest.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correctly?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the—
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve.
We're still in the same day. Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break—
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often.
Paimon's at the Duke did that! Whatever.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but—
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
Damn it, I might have to
Nahida's
pull for her
talking
when she
about
comes out.
confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not know?
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the... If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would...
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories! That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sumeru's festival hasn't happened yet! It's already the next day, but muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again?
Right! She did help us.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia,
Get hurt? Why would I?
well, you're still getting used.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already...
Yes, your memory's being erased.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sumeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also...
No, it is impossible. I've got...
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please...
Paimon can't believe...
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Phew, hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some
We're
other
not in the real
Yep,
world.
that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strict. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too? How about we go back and ask Nahida?
As much as it's cool that they're letting me control my character running through the city doing that, I would much rather them just teleported me straight there and let me talk to her.
Nahida! We're back!
You're back early today.
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time...
Leaving the city. As far as I remember,
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time...
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our...
Really? That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, listen to it and...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of... It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday! Okay,
We don't have many more festivals to wait.
Why can't we leave the city? What?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct...
I have a real emergency. My goods have already...
That's your problem.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the academia already... Let's go and question... Hello, sir.
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, this is a good spot. And the guard has... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... What if things get... Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... We've already... Okay. Paimon would never see you again. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were...
Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't...
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day. Okay. Paimon will forgive...
Okay. Paimon, can you... I see. Using two...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was...
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But
don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay.
Yep.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know that...
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative. Let's go then. Let's... All right. Okay. See you... That covers everything that's happened so...
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages.
Okay. Now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sumeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from
the message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said...
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human... Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly... My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the... That doesn't sound right.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what—
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy. Hey!
Man, what is going on?
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, travelers? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh. You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sumeru's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. Okay, Nahida said those spaces remind me of... people in Sumeru don't dream. We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, the Akasha and those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was... So people in Sumeru do dream after all. Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to... and it grants knowledge to the... It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. It is the manifestation of...
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control... But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom. So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real story is that the sages from the Academia are using the Akasha to... Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operation. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god." Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. My mind feels exhausted. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing, but as soon as that... I can't... We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and the day of the...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zeru's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zeru's festival.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
Alright, last question.
You're the Dendro Archon. I knew that from the first second.
They say that alchemical...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been a hint. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusan.
Yes, those can wait until... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have. You asked me this question before. Now that you know this is all a dream, have you heard the saying, "Don't wake a sleepwalker"? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have it. That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any... So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zeru's festival...
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up.
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains... Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zeru's festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like...
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows...
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday?
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be... Traveler, do you have any information?
The Grand Sage said... Okay.
Celebrate the birth of that... Could it mean... Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. After we end the Sub-Zeru's festival Samsara, we...
How can the sages of the Academia...
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of...
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
Those fuckers are going down.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct. Dunyarzad already disappeared? The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what if—
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing, so another Dunyarzad appeared.
But personality-wise,
Puppets are stiff. And, you know, speaking of which...
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was...
Yes. Back then, her family was overly I just gave her a little wisdom, so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon...
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida.
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even...
To prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but...
Although the Sub-Zero... That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their... Which means, with the power of imagination... Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as like when a server... However, if you're the dream's host, and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine, the dream will respond in kind. And the server really will bring you gold. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it finds some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming.
How are we going to... And even if we did find them, after all, like you said...
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it, as for...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the...
Yes. I want to try... Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of
She was such a good person. Yeah, but... Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Huh. That's true. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Let's go ask...
No, it's gonna be the dancer.
Might be able to see Miwu perform again.
Get to say goodbye. What is up with the people that care about dying and I never get to say goodbye? Come on, we gotta push through. Finish this stupid Archon quest.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to...
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish?
Less questions, more wish!
Okay. Oh, my wish. My wish. Okay.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she just doesn't seem like herself. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers...
So, you...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, what she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years,
Stop.
I'll serve her till the end of time.
Genshin, stop it, you monsters!
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
What?
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine.
An experiment.
Could you make a...
You want me to make a...
Less questions!
Okay, my wish.
Oh.
I noticed her. She just does. I've also won.
So...
Okay, so I've had to stop the
When she
stream because
placed-
apparently my
what she
internet's
didn't
just been
realize was
spotty
that
tonight.
I'm okay. Yeah, okay. I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
God,
Please come true.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh,
What?
Faki! Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda can. Nice try, you two. Anyway,
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't
It's
be
the
this
dancing
easy.
girl. It's the dancing girl. It's the dancing girl. It's the dancing girl. It's the dancing girl.
It seems like everyone...
My lady.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kid... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... fine, alright? Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some...
Crush! More speed. Shudder!
You want this one?
Beg for mercy.
I'll be back.
Shudder!
I'll take my leave.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara, she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere... Yeah. This is the place. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get these notes written before this. So as you and Paimon will probably continue journeying these. I was hoping that I'd be able to get this before then. No, don't do this to me. It's a compilation of folk legends concerning lessons about Kusanali created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession. Down. I interviewed some of these people, but I'm afraid that there are very few people who know much about her. Still, I hope that this will be used to in search for her. Fuck, man. Why are you doing this? The Dar's village water supply was once contaminated, forcing everyone to go very far out to get water. One day, people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again, and some said that a green light was seen at the water source the previous night. Everyone believes this was the divine power of Lesser Lord Kusanali at work. It sounds quite possible that decontaminated water sources via natural means probably takes ages. Lesser Lord Kusanali, if you're in Harva village, then? After Mom passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep, and from one day on, I would hear a voice that would chat with me till I fell asleep. One night they told me that with Lucas and I must know should open a new port chat with this observer vessel makes me a little happier. This is quite similar to something I experienced back then as well. She is indeed a gentle god. There was this one time when I'd had a wee bit too much to drink. Couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then when I turned a corner, I could have sworn I saw Alyssa Lucas and Ollie. She was very tall and had the most muscular arms, and she caught me when I slipped and fell. Next morning I found myself sleeping under a tree. I reckon that must have been her looking out for me. I'm not sure this one has much value as reference. These folk records appended with Daniela's references and opinions, with every page densely packed.
Wow.
I'll read every
Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sumeru's festival and had all her she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sumeru's festival, right? If we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we can't even... Hey! Where are you off to?
I have to go back into my normal life after this? Fuck. I wish my avatar could actually show sadness.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sub-Zerus.
I hope that's not picking up on the mic. Shit, it is. Fuck. No, game, don't do this to me right now. Not again.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Denyerzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked to—
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean—
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. What? Where are we going this time?
More speed. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to—
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the Academia, that's another day gone to waste! Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the Sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just—
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of—
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed—
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But it's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate. So when you saw the flowers, But if we want to end the samsara, we need the— How should we make Nilu—
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. As far as you know, people in—
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity—
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told—
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried. The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over, too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
Fuck me, Hoyo's about to have me spending money.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Internet, you fucking kill me right now.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest. Paimon's head feels super... Paimon, the Sub-Zeros... Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zeros? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh?
Oh my god.
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zeros festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Yo, god. It's not fair. It's not okay. It's not okay. Fuck. Why did you do this to me?
acting weird when we met at the Sumeru's festival. And Dunya... It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Damn it, MiHoYo. You can't do this to
What's
me.
going on? Why?
It's actually...
Oh?
God damn it, MiHoYo.
More speed.
You can't keep doing this.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's alright. After we parted on the last day of the Sumeru's festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a moment too soon. Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd
Fuck
start
you, I am crying.
Both are fine. Everyone alright. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, at the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious. And you also heard someone's voice, right? It's a... Yeah! So you do know! We've been wanting... It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable. A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King. The Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies. Okay, so what does the message mean? I still haven't managed to decipher it. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned, but I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like the traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. No, we must decipher its secrets. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as to that. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness. How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses? Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha Terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Oh, hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her. What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover,
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough. There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero's samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Tainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But you mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up?
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru. Even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams. Got it. I hope to be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental and oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now.
Go and get some sleep. What a relief.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better...
Okay.
Knights and aristocrats
I
share
need
the
a
same
break after
cultural
that.
heritage. But the knights had
Thanks
enough
for
sense
joining,
to do
you
away with all
guys.
the superfluous detail.
Oh my god. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna try not to kill. No. I'm gonna try to get over this, 'cause God, that was way too much emotional trauma for one night.